Merry meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today for us on YouTube is the lovely Suzanne, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Diane. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us for this general reading for all signs for today, the 15th of June, 2023. If you're watching this on YouTube on a restream, you know you can fast forward through all the shuffling I'm about to do by using the timestamps right in the video description. I'm today reading with this deck I haven't brought out in so long, I almost forgot I had it. This is Botanica Occulta, and it's very lovely. Let's purify with this Vervain by L'Occitane, one of my favorite commercial bands. 3 sprays in this room is what I like to use. And this is a general reading for all signs, and that means it goes out to a lot of people. So if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. And you can find those really easily right on my website at ariels-corner.com, Ariel's Corner with a hyphen.com. I don't read with card reversals, and that's why you see me flipping cards right side up. It's just how I prefer to do things. It's my style of reading. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to give a donation on YouTube, you can do that by using a super sticker or super chat if you're watching live, or a super thanks if you're watching on a restream. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch us without the ads on Twitch by subscribing to us there. If you would like to give a donation on PayPal, our PayPal portal is located at paypal.me/ArielGatoga, paypal.me/ArielGatoga. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We have all kinds of gorgeous merchandise, including tarot decks. We make a small commission off of each and every sale. We really appreciate your support, but mostly we just appreciate that you're here for this general reading for all signs for today, the 15th of June, 2023. Going out to everybody, whether you're watching with me live or on a restream. I'm going to give this one more shuffle for good measure, and then we'll give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for everybody. By the way, this particular deck shuffles like a dream. So easy to shuffle. I like a good shuffle. All right, we've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Fool, and we've got the Sun. Nice. So you're being urged to focus. That's what the Two of Swords is a need for focus and the ability to focus. And really, you know, the call to everybody when we get this Two of Swords is to lean into a meditation practice. So if you don't know how to meditate, or you think meditation's too hard or something, you might want to try my meditation method. There's a video that teaches you how to do it. It's really fast and easy to learn. You can find a video. It's called The Magic Minute on my YouTube channel, and it's also in my witchy tips videos if you're on my website. So the Magic Minute, that video is just a few minutes long. You can learn this technique, and you can get the benefits of this starting at as little as 60 seconds in a day. So I would recommend that you do that, because this Two of Swords is all about leaning into, like I said, your meditational practice, whereas this Fool card is talking about the dangers of not being focused. And maybe dangers is too strong of a word, but you don't want to. You want to walk the balance of innocence and spontaneity with clear-mindedness and focus and watching where you're going. And that's one of the benefits that a meditational practice gives you. It like puts you under the guidance and care of a higher power, because you are connecting to that higher power each and every day, so that you do have more freedom to just be yourself and not worry about stuff. So having that balance is important, because the Fool is also, the Fool is not just carelessness and foolishness, although that is a potential issue with the Fool. But on the other hand, it's freedom and carefreeness. So we want to be carefree, not careless, is the lesson of the Fool. And the way, and this card is just flowers, so it doesn't show you. But in the traditional Fool card, there's like an animal, usually a dog, that's right behind them when they're about to go off of a cliff. So the reading is saying, if you connect to that inner guidance each and every day, then that guidance is there, so you won't fall off a cliff. So you don't have to, always be so overly cautious. You can be spontaneous and free, and allow yourself to be guided and led, and know that you're going to be pulled back if you're about to go off the cliff. So this Sun card here is the solar light card. Now the solar light is just that energy that emanates off of sphere number 6 on the tree of life. And remember what sphere number 6 is. It's ruled by the sun. Now imagine the sun. We just take the sun for granted. But if the sun just decided, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm just gonna stop being, and it just went out, there's nothing we could do. We couldn't like vote and say, no, you must stay shining. There's nothing anybody could do. We are so dependent here on Earth on the sun. Well, we are just that dependent on the universal sun, our creator. And it doesn't matter what you call that. You don't have to call it God. You don't have to call it goddess. You don't have to call it anything. But there is that cosmic source that is symbolized by the sun, that is that we require. We are dependent on it. And knowing how dependent you are on that greater source shouldn't make you feel bad. It should make you feel good that there is a source. So what we want to do is we want to turn to that source to get our needs met, rather than trying to figure out every little thing by ourselves. The way we do that is, there's manifold ways, but one way you can do that is by just using that solar light meditation. It takes you no time at all just to connect to that energy. And what that does is, just like the sun organized our solar system, the spiritual sun has a plan for you, has a design for you, and it's unique for you. And if you can lean into that design, you don't have to figure things out for yourself, because it's all done for you. And the good news about that is the point of that is not so that you become some sort of robot. It's so that you are happy. That's the will of infinite intelligence for you, is to be happy. So if you're not happy, it's probably because you're not following that divine design. You're trying to figure it all out by yourself. So it's saying you don't have to do that. You can, you're free to do that if you want, but you don't have to do that. And if you'd like to lean into that divine design and have everything be different, that's available to you. And one way that you can start to experience that is by doing something like that solar light meditation, or something like it. If you have some other kind of practice you prefer. This is the Lover's card. This is the Star card. And this is the Page of Coins. It's a very positive reading, isn't it? Very, very positive. The Star card is the grace of the Star Goddess. So just like we have this, the sun symbolizing our source, remember that all suns are stars. All suns are stars, but looked at from afar, the star feels different than when it's our personal sun in our solar system. It seems so much farther away from us, but in reality, there is no farther away from you. This star represents what I call it the star goddess, like Astarte, or Ishtar, or any of those star goddesses that represent, Aphrodite is a star goddess. She represents Venus, but the idea of that is that there's a love for you that is greater than the love any mother has for its child. Now you can think of how, so many mothers, like the bulk of the mothers on this planet, they would do anything for their children, right? There's a few outliers that aren't the best, but for the most part, most mothers are amazing. Well, they pale in comparison to the great mother. The great mother is perfect, and she loves you no matter what you did. That's the message of the star card is that the goddess loves you no matter what you think you did. No matter how bad you think you were or how bad other people think you were, she doesn't see it that way. And no matter what you do to try to prove how bad you are, she will never see you anything other than the innocent, here's the Fool card, the innocent child that you are. You can't fool her with your impetuousness. You cannot fool her with your naughtiness. She doesn't care. You cannot sway her mind about you. So if you let that grace, that's what grace is the love of the goddess for you. And if you let that in, if you let that be the truth for you, she wants to and has the ability to untangle all the knots in your life that have been tangled up because of the things that you've said or done in the past, especially if you feel guilt of any kind about those things. Remember what guilt does. Guilt is, everything is cause and effect. Well, guilt as a cause, when you hold it in your mind long enough, what does it cause? It causes punishment. Not from the universe, but from your own deep mind. So if you're not letting go of the guilt from things that you did in the past, you are basically concocting for yourself some sort of punishment in the future. She doesn't want that. And she says, if you give me all that guilt, if you give me all, and a lot of us don't even realize we're guilty because we stuff it so far away from our consciousness because it's so painful that we don't even realize that's going on under the surface. So she's saying, if you let me in and you give me all of that, I can undo it all for you. And once it's all undone and untangled, you're never going to do those mistakes again. You're never going to make those mistakes again. You're not going to want to. But if you don't allow that to come in, that grace to come in, to free you from your past, then you are destined to repeat yourself over and over again. So that's the message of the Star Goddess. Now, the Lover's card is talking about staying in touch with your inner guidance. And it's not depicted on here. It's just some pretty flowers. And I love this deck, but they're all, there's no pictures to guide us. So you just have to know it for what it is, just like playing cards. What this is depicting in a lot of those pictures is an angel with its arrow very clearly focused everywhere that the people in the card aren't looking. And so that's telling you, if you can listen to inner guidance, you won't continue to make mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. You will know exactly where to go and what to do. Now, this Two of Swords is telling you that if you meditate, then that's where you get that. That's where you get that connection to that inner guidance. And I'm taking too long on this reading because I still haven't talked to you about this wonderful Page of Coins over here. The Page of Coins is saying all of this is not just something that's nice. It's not just some sort of esoteric knowledge for you to play with. It has practical implications. So any of the financial issues in your life, those are symptoms of these issues that are being addressed in here that are potentially healed. So what this reading so far today is all about is all the healing that's available to you should you want it. Solar light, meditation, inner guidance, Star Goddess, right? So that you can be that divine child without worrying about falling off a cliff. Then what comes next is all the good news. Now, it's good news here about money usually, but it can be good news about anything in your physical world. Practical good news. Good news about practical things, not about highfalutin ideas, about your rent and about your bills and about your health and about all the stuff that's important to you in the physical world. All of that is changed as a result of your changing the way that you interact with your inner being. So it's an amazingly positive reading. I'm so proud of all of you because this doesn't just come out of a can. This has to be because you are working, you're doing the work, and now you're being encouraged to do the work on an even deeper level. So you're doing great. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and thank you to the amazing moderators, Suzanne and Diane. We'll be back with another general reading tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.